I'm going to make a sign for Thyme Cottage. I've kind of drawn out a bit what I want to do, the size. It's going to be, I'm using a tongue depressor or a jumbo lollipop stick. I've already cut it to size, which is 2 inches long, and it works out about 3/4 of an inch deep. So I'm going to write Thyme Cottage on it, draw it round the edges, and then I'm going to be using some of, what's it called again? Hang on a minute. Mod Podge Dimensional Magic to put on the top, like I did with Swallow's Rest sign. As you probably saw in the video, I upended my Mod Podge Dimensional Magic. That wasn't really intentional. I was just trying to get a little bit out because it wouldn't come out the nozzle. Next time I will just cut a bit off the nozzle to make sure it just comes out there. But the sign still worked out okay. And that will be going on the outside wall of Thyme Cottage, on the front wall. And then what I also did was I made a little fort, which I didn't show how I made. I'm not quite sure why I didn't video it. It's got 2 little soldiers in there, and it's just a basic little fort, but I copied a picture I saw on, I can't remember if it was somebody's video or somebody's blog, so I'm sorry about that. So I can't at the moment give credit to whose blog I saw or whose video I saw it on. I will try and see if I can find it again, but anyway, yeah, I'm quite pleased with how that worked out. Well, just wanted something really basic. I used little pieces of dowel and some jumbo what are they called, lollipop sticks, which I cut down, and yeah, quite pleased with that. So that will go in the boys' room. My next project is going to be a mangle, which I've mentioned before. So hopefully that will be tacked onto the end of this video. Right, I have drafted a pattern today for making a mangle. It's based on a picture I saw on eBay, I think it was. So I have my pieces cut out already. These will be my mangle. There, I would have liked thicker dowels, but that's all I've got, so I have to use those. I've got a base that I've cut out and a little piece there. I am using a piece of wire from, I think it's like jewellery wire, and I used this. But I must say I'm actually really disappointed with it, because no matter how tight, and I even use pliers, you put in the drill bit, it pushes in. So that was a bit of a frustrating process, and I was trying to do it really lightly as well so it wouldn't push in, but it did. And yeah, it's supposed to be longer than that, but it just kept sliding back into the drill. So I don't know whether it's just that one or whether they're all like that. I did manage to do the pieces though. So basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to glue together the frame, and then I'm going to put in the dowelings at the end, because they will poke through from the outside. Hopefully that will work. Now, I don't think I filmed gluing that together. What I've been doing here is I've drilled a little hole into a tiny piece of dowel, and then I've bent it over, and I'm going to cut it ready to go through that wood and into there, and that will be the handle that turns it around. That is the theory anyway. probably be cut quite a bit shorter than that actually. That should probably do it. That will go in there. Right. Here I am attempting to make a clay basket, washing basket, and then also a clay bowl to catch the drips from when the clothes are being put through the mangle or the wringer. My modelling skills are pretty poor when it comes to using clay of any description. I was never particularly good at pottery when I was younger, and I don't think I've improved much since, but I guess practice makes perfect, so we'll see how they turn out. Okie dokie, so here is my mangle. I've shaped just the bottom a bit and shaped there. You may have seen me making some clay pots. They're going to be sort of the washing bowl that's going to sit underneath to collect all the squeezed out water. This turns around, and as I said before, it would have been better with thicker dowels, but I'm just using what I have to hand. So I'm going to paint it. And yeah, it's not turned out too badly really. Right, I made the mangle, but while I was out I managed to get some bigger dowel, and I'm going to put that in its place because I think that will look better. So that is what I'm going to do next. Right, so here I have my new improved version of the mangle. As you can see, the bottom one turns, and yeah, I'm quite pleased with it. So the next step is hopefully the bowl will be ready for me to paint tomorrow. That will be going underneath like a wash bowl to collect the water from being wrung out. And I also want to make a little drying rack, and it looks to be the right sort of size for her. She can hold the handle. Once the bowl's dry, I'll be back and we can see it all set up. I thought while I'm waiting for the bowl to dry, the clay to dry out ready to paint, I would try my hand at making a clothes rack or a towel rail. So here I am working on making a clothes rail, so it'll be interesting again to see how this turns out. It's all a bit ad hoc and experimental, I suppose you could say. My pots have hardened. Well, this is going to be the washing basket, and this is going to be the copper bowl that goes underneath the mangle or wringer. It should sit there quite nicely. I'm going to try and paint it with one of my sort of bronze or gold metallic things. I want it to look a bit like a copper. I've just pulled this out. I've had this quite a few years, so I don't know if that's going to be any good. And I've also got these. I'm going to mix them up and see what looks best. And I've also made a little towel hanging rail. So it's just to put the towels on, little drying rail. It's very basic, but it should do the job. So we will start painting. So here we have the mangle made with the little washing basket and the copper pot underneath. and Muriel is using it. The drying rack, I'm not sure which house it's going into. If it goes into her house, I will age it a bit more. If it goes into the Swallow's Rest, then I'll leave it as it is. So yeah, quite pleased with how that mangle turned out. And although I'm not particularly good at doing clay moulding, the copper pot just looks like it's a bit battered. So there we go. Hope you enjoyed watching me make this mangle and other little accessories, and thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and feel free to leave a comment. And if there's any other things you think I should do, whether I should leave the washing basket white or whether I should make it a different colour, your thoughts would be greatly appreciated. Have a great day, and we'll catch you another time. Bye.